Hey, what's up guys? I got another drawing video for you. Just wanted to get something in before the end of the year, cause last time I posted something was 7 months ago. This time I'll be turning Kingdom Hearts moves into characters. This idea actually sprang from Kingdom Hearts 358 Days Over 2. If you haven't played the game and you plan to, I would suggest skipping to this point because I got some spoilers coming up and I'd rather you experience it yourself. So long story short, Xion is a replica of Roxas Sora. Sora might not get all his memories back, so she has to be killed, blah blah blah. Typical Kingdom Hearts stuff. But in the final battle with her, she has these different forms, just like any JRPG, but her forms are based off special moves from Kingdom Hearts 1. And those moves are like Sonic Blade, Ragnarok, and Ars Arcanum, and I just loved how all these manifested. And so I took that idea and was like, what if I just turned the special moves themselves into characters? So in this video, I'm going to turn two moves in particular into original characters. The first being Blitz. It allows the user to execute one or more overhead jumping attacks with the Keyblade. And the second being Zantetsuken, which allows the user to execute a single, impossibly fast Keyblade strike, usually dealing a devastating amount of damage. As this is happening, I just want to remind you guys, don't forget what you love. If it isn't clear already, I love Kingdom Hearts. It's a series that's had such a big impact on me, and it's been a very important thing in my life. Way back in the day, I would just watch my brother play, and we would gasp at the big moments, like when Riku showed up, or, you know, with the Keyblade and Sora turned into a Heartless. Like, all that stuff was just intense, and flying with Peter Pan. Like, the whole game, like, I literally just watched him play it. And as a younger sibling, that was okay back then. Like, I was like, oh, fine, I'll just watch. And if you're a younger sibling, you get it. Either that or you're a player too. Pretty much every game system I've owned has been to play the Kingdom Hearts game that is out on it. We got a Game Boy Advance to play Chain of Memories. We got a PSP to play Birth by Sleep. Got a DS to play 358 Days Over 2. Got a freaking 3DS for Dream Drop Distance, but haven't quite gotten the PS4 just yet. But that will happen soon. Hopefully before the PS5 comes out. Amazing soundtrack, simple and clean, is still a bop to this day. The weird mix of Disney characters and JRPG aesthetics that should not have worked. Like, this game is just, it's amazing. The series is amazing. The story, of course, reached a point where it got so convoluted, I actually got lost, but that's normal. And regardless, I still love the game and the characters and the power of the heart. I've connected to so many people over this game, specifically in college, and usually at that point, like, if someone has played Kingdom Hearts, we tight, we cool, you been through it. So why I bring this up is that many times we get caught trying to impress people by hiding how much we love the things we do for fear of rejection. And I can say on many occasions, I've done this with people and I still do it. I feel like, you know, they won't get it or they'll be bored listening to me talk about it. But the truth is, if they are your friends, they'll listen. And if not, and if, you know, just met the person, like, it's okay to geek out for a second. And sometimes your passion alone is enough for people to listen. Alright, I'm gonna sound like a dumb hipster weeb, but I'll say it. With anime in the mainstream now, I've definitely had an identity crisis. You know, but I've come to terms. Like, the fact that more and more people that wouldn't even consider anime are watching it now has made it, like, so ubiquitous that it's almost like, oh man, now everybody likes it, I'm not special anymore. But I mean, that's not the case. It's dumb. That's dumb because so many people have liked anime, and like, I haven't been in the game for that long. Like, I literally only started in high school, so that's freshman year of high school, 2010. So with 9 years, like, I'm a vet. You know, let it be known that I love the fact that anime is super popular today. Like, that's so cool that so many people have access to it, are interested in it, and are a part of the community now. That's dope. That's awesome. But it pushed me to find myself outside of anime, which is great. And you know, I basically found that just in general, like geeky media, and that's just my thing. But you know, cartoons like OKKO and Steven Universe, Young Justice, Ruby, Epithet Erased, the CW shows like Arrow and Flash, all that stuff. I love that stuff. Love it. And even like, you know, weird comics like Invincible, which is the low-key comic I used to read a lot back in the day, but I haven't for a while. But it all comes back to, you know, just being yourself. And in this case, being honest with the things you're into. Like, there's many times I could have mentioned Kingdom Hearts or anime or cartoons in a conversation that wasn't particularly geared toward it, but I didn't because I felt, oh no, this isn't the time, blah, blah, blah. But in the future, I'm gonna try to get better about that. Like, I've been trapped in so many conversations about sports, and I don't really watch sports, and I pretended to know enough, keep the conversation going. You know, you say things like, yeah, you guys got us this time, or you won't get us next time. I just claim whatever state, you know, I've been to: Ohio, Texas, or Minnesota, and then I just, yeah. But that's not authentic, and it's just honestly a waste of everybody's time. So why not just go for it, talk about the things you're into, and if you're not into something, be honest about that too, because it works on both sides of the coin. So I'll start with Blitz. So the first thing this move sparked up in my head is high intense energy. So I imagine the character in motion, he's jumping right now, or he's mid-jump. And also, the way Sora hops, or the way the move works, is a very, you know, once again, an energetic, youthful jump, almost like he's playing. So I had, in my mind, it made sense to make Blitz a kid. And then the last thing is, the move is also kind of annoying, like he literally hits you on the head 3 times. So I figured I'd make the character a little bit of a troublemaker, since, you know, annoying and all that good stuff, yeah. Also, he's green because, you know, when you're young, you're green? It's like, nah. I was on Instagram a lot, and this character by this artist I really enjoy was also green, and I think that just had a big influence into what happened here. So yeah, that's Blitz Boy. I'm also partial to Blitz Kid. I think I like Blitz Kid better. Blitz Kid. Alright, now let's move on to Zantetsuken. So I took kind of a different approach. Because Zantetsuken is this OP one-stroke move, I felt it made sense to make the character this old wandering samurai, because every old wandering samurai can slice you before you even see it. So his robe is a direct reference to Auron from Final Fantasy X. I love that game as well. And, you know, it fit that whole vibe. His sword is a giant buster sword because Auron had one, Ichigo had one, Cloud had one, so why can't Old Man Zantetsuken have one, you feel me? I decided to go with Old Man Zantetsuken or Old Man Z because I feel like, you know, I could just imagine some kids like, hey man, yo, that's Old Man Z, you know, and then he's sitting by a bush or a tree, sitting on a tree with apples, and listen, He just looks really cool. That's what I wanted to say. But yeah, and you know, with the straw in his mouth, it fits perfect in that whole little scenario. But yeah, that's it, guys. I appreciate you making it to the end of this video. I encourage you, be truthful and honest and free with the things you love, and feel free to share them with people. It's honestly a good way to weed out people if they're like not about the things you're into, or if they discount the things that you're into. You can kind of just get that done, said and done, and move on. Or if they're really into the things you are, you can get that connection right there and then. Last video of the year. I am hoping to be more consistent next year. I have a plan, and I'm gonna try to execute it. Thank you guys so much for supporting me in this channel, and here's to the future. Peace.